What's going on, you guys? Second preseason games today. I was gonna make a post-game report against the Cowboys at the Chargers, but there really wasn't anything to talk about. There was six starters missing out of that game, so you really can't judge how a defense played. The first team defense played when not all your starters are there. So that's why I never really wanted to make a video anyway. It was pointless. Some guys did show up. Dixon, Terrence Mitchell, Ken Bishop showed up. Um, Anthony Hitchens showed up. So I mean the guys that we drafted in the seventh round, actually played pretty good. I mean you can't take nothing from it. I mean it is what it is. We got our butts whooped. The defense couldn't stop anything. But at least we've seen some flashes from four guys that might make this team and that we might need that were seventh round picks. So I mean, training camp is over, and my question to you is: has this defense built anything? Um, Seems like that was the whole talk this offseason. They brought in guys like Henry Melton, Jerry Mincy, Terrell McClain. Out of free agency. Melton hasn't played a preseason game. He won't play in this one. He hurt his growing injury. And Terrell McClain won't play in this game. And he was actually doing pretty good in camp before he got hurt. So, I mean, there's might be a little promise with Melton, and there might be a little promise with McClain. Jeremy Mincy, he'll have his games, but he won't be consistent. Let's just say that right now. Cowboys drafted guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, Anthony Hitchens, Ben Gardner, Will Smith, Admon Dixon, Ken Bishop, and Terrence Mitchell. DeMarcus Lawrence might miss half of the season. Ben Gardner is out the whole season because he has to get shoulder surgery. Will Smith is hurt and might not make this team. I don't think, because he's a linebacker, and I don't think there's enough room on special teams, and I don't think there's enough room on linebacker depth to keep him. So I think he might be the only, besides Ben Gardner, because he's getting shoulder surgery. I think he's the only one that might not make this team out of this bunch. But Jeff Heath is hurt, and maybe Admon Dixon can slip right in his spot because Admon Dixon played a lot better than Jeff Heath did. And, as you know, if you're a big fan of my channel, I'm not a big Jeff Heath fan anyway because, last year he was torched and they lit a fire under his ass that he couldn't even believe. So, he's not a football player, Jeff Heath isn't, because he tries to make the turnover instead of the tackles. Or he'll go too fast and he don't want to hit too hard, and you'll see him slow down and miss the tackle. Just go back and look at that Charger preseason game. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I made a video saying after this draft the defense is still weak. I still stand by that. This is why. We don't know how these guys are going to play, who hasn't played in a year or so, like guys Rolando McClain, Henry Melton, Anthony Spencer, Adadi Oki, and Tyron Crawford. A lot of this is defensive line and just one linebacker, and that defensive line is it's not a pretty picture. And so if we can get guys like Anthony Spencer back, if we can get Henry Melton completely healthy, if we can get that Oki guy playing, because he loves Rod Marinelli's defense, he loves the way he coaches. If we can get him, settled in, and we can get Tyron Crawford settled in, you know what I mean? We don't have to worry about guys like Nick Hayden. We don't have to worry about guys, even Terrell McClain. He was doing real good too. So if these guys can get healthy, I see potential. I see a spark of a life. But if these guys can't get healthy and they can't, get back in their grooves like they were a year and a half ago, which I don't expect them to, not like right off the bat, maybe like 6 weeks in, maybe, we can do something. Because really all we got right now is Des Bryant, Tyrone Smith, and Tony Romo. You know, no telling how Brandon Carr's going to play. He said he wants to be, you know, the best corner in the league, and then he rephrased it and said he wants this whole defense to be the best in the league. You know, so we'll see what happens with Brandon Carr. You know, because we already know how this Tampa 2 defense has to play in order for this defense to be good. It's all about that front seven. How much pressure can these 4 guys on the defensive line get on the quarterback to make him go under pressure, make him make those throws and stuff? That way he ain't able to sit back, read the routes, read the defense. You know, it has to be boom, boom, snap. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, game tonight, Ravens and Cowboys. I think this defense is going to play better in this game. I really do. Look for guys that might have struggled last game, because after this game, I think they have to make some roster moves and cut the roster down from 90 to 75. So look for a lot of these guys to actually try to get the coach's attentions, because I think after this game they have to cut the roster down. So check that stuff out, guys. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this defense. Remember, guys, there's no excuses. They have to go out there and play. They have to play with heart. They have to work as a team. So let me know what you think, guys. It's Catch Up 2011, Cowboy Nation. Peace.
2nd down and 9. Murray gets it. Trying to get to the edge. Cuts up field and has a touchdown.